Hello, boxing fans around the world. Thank you for joining me once again here on Talk and Fight for another episode of Boxing News Today, courtesy of our friends across the pond at boxing247.com. And today we're going to start off with a little story out of the heavyweight division because Deontay Wilder has just been named number one by Ring Magazine according to their rankings. So they've updated their rankings in the heavyweight division. And after his knocking out of Robert Helenius, they have moved him up into the top of their rankings. Let's have a quick overview of the heavyweight division because this will come up in a future story in a second. Deontay Wilder, according to Ring Magazine, number one. Anthony Joshua, number two. Joe Joyce, Andy Ruiz Jr., Dillian White, Luis Ortiz, Joseph Parker, Filip Perkovic, Frank Sanchez, Zilai Zhang. Round out the top 10, and of course the champ being Alexander Usyk. Now, these guys do go on to say, remember this was coming out of Boxing News 24, one of my favorite writers, a guy by the name of Charles Brunn. He says, given the fact that Wilder's now lost a lot of weight, he can dodge a lot faster than Tyson Fury can punch. So anyway, point is he goes, Deontay had Fury knocked out in both those fights 1 and 3, but the referees' decisions in those contests saved the Gypsy King from being stopped. Oscar De La Hoya, who's also quoted in this article, said, vicious right hand, he's got the power. He's talking about Deontay Wilder. I've promoted him for over 30-something fights. He's always had the power. He's always had the charisma. Great guy, great ambassador for boxing. I love him. His head's in the right place now, and his heart's even bigger than anything. His heart and his head. It's only the beginning for him, let me tell you, said De La Hoya. So they're looking forward for a big return into the ring by Deontay Wilder. Claiming he's right up there with Tyson Fury. But Tyson Fury's retired, so we won't talk about him. Pound for pound superstar Terence Bud Crawford makes his long-awaited return to the ring on December 10th as he faces current European champion and WBC number 4 ranked David Avanesyan. And that's going to take place at the CHI Health Center in Crawford's hometown of Omaha, Nebraska. So pretty big fight news because for the longest time we had hoped that Crawford would end up fighting Errol Spence, but that's obviously not going to happen. But the Russian native Avanesyan, he's no slouch, 34 years old, 29 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 17 wins by knockout. And he's promoted by Frank Warren, who used to promote Terence Crawford. The biggest win of Avanesyan's career came in 2016 when he scored a unanimous decision over former world champion Shane Mosley to retain title. So anyway, but that looks like to be a good fight. Not as good, I think, as Crawford versus Spence, but onwards and upwards for all fighters. All right, here we go. I want to talk to you about a couple of middleweights rising through the American ranks here. Undefeated middleweight prospect Joseph Sug Hicks out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, moved his record to 4-0. 4 knockouts, by the way, with a second-round knockout out of Atlantic City. He took out Luis Solis. That's who he took out, yes. And that was part of a Salida Promotions Showbox event. Also on that particular card, you saw super lightweight prospect Joshua Double J Pagan move his undefeated record to 4-0 as well, as he took out Jeremiah Lewis Watts, who's now 2-1. But also on that card, a big card, I just want to point out that there are 2 undefeated and heavy-handed heavyweights who went toe-to-toe. One of them had to lose a 0. And this was the Showbox opener, and it featured Moses Thunderhands Johnson, who is now 9 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 7 by knockout. And he prevailed over Mexico's Elvis Garcia, who's now 12-1 with 9 knockouts of his own. An entertaining fight, and it was left in the hands of the judges right until the final bell. Just wanted to bring to light a couple of names in the heavyweight division. Also on that card, Sena, the African assassin, Agbeko rose to the occasion, scoring a career-defining upset win over previously undefeated top prospect Isaiah Steen in the 10-round super middleweight clash and the main event of the show, Boxing New Generation. As I said, that took place at Bally's Atlantic City Casino and Resort. Agbeko is now 27-2. Wow, 21 knockouts. He's entered the fight claiming he's one of the best 168-pounders, and certainly proved it. Big win for him. Also on that card, a co-feature, perennial spoiler Showbox returnee Marquis Taylor, now 13-1-2, one knockout, used his superior conditioning experience to pull away from Marlon Harrington, who's now 8-1 in the second half of their super welterweight fight, cruising to a unanimous decision victory. So there you go. Bit of news out of Atlantic City, courtesy of our friends over at Salida Promotions. Get ready for a Super Sunday over in the UK like no other, with some of the country's brightest boxing talent set to light up one of the nation's most iconic venues when Adam Azim headlines Boxer Breakthrough, which takes place at the Alexandra Palace in London on Sunday, November 27th. In what is to be an action-packed weekend of sport, Boxer brings a festival feeling to the nation's capital and a new boxing experience. As they say, fight fans can look forward to an unmissable feast of activities, an Ali Pali in the afternoon, jam-packed with 50-50 fights, some of the country's future superstars, live and exclusively in the UK and Republic of Ireland on Sky Sports. Adam the Assassin Azim, a generational talent and one of the most exciting prospects in British boxing, faces a tough test which could drive more attention to his ever-growing profile as he faces the wily fan favorite Ryan Charlton. Amir Khan, who became world champion at 22, has predicted the 20-year-old Azim to beat his record and win a world title even sooner. Fair enough. And Adam's undefeated older brother, Hassan Azim, will be on display too, as he looks to extend his flawless unbeaten record and continue his climb in the welterweight rankings. In the super middleweight category, you can see Lerone Richards take on Zach Chelly. Should be a good match there. And a couple of cruiserweights going at it. London rivals Mikhail Lawal and Dion Juma. They'll undoubtedly be heavy firefight right to the very end. Also in the Super Welterweight Championship will be on the line when reigning champion Sam Gilley meets Sean Robinson to make his second defense of the belt, which he won with brutal body shot finish in November and scored by another stoppage went back in April. Wow. So he now is looking for his third consecutive finish. Good for him. Super popular super flyweight sensation Shannon Chaos Ryan makes a quick return to the ring following her thrilling win the undercard of last weekend's Boxer Legacy event. Ryan's fourth bout of 2022 is her fourth professional bout as well, as the budding starlet looks to end her first year as a pro with a quartet of wins to her name. So good for Ben Shalom. The guys over at Boxer are doing a great job. Look forward to Super Sunday results, as I said, taking place on Sky Sports November 27th. One quick story with respect to Boxer. They have signed an exclusive agreement which makes Cody Big Mo Momers the exclusive official voice of Boxer and Sky Sports Boxing. Standing 6'7", Big Mo used to occupying a top spot. He was Division I American football player in his university days, where he also achieved a postgraduate degree, a Master of Business Administration, and he's a favorite on many Wall Street executives as well. Anyway, a longtime passionate boxing fan, the 26-year-old is now called the heights of yet another endeavor just 3 years after he picked up a microphone to try his hand at announcing. Fair enough. His rapid ascent to the ring announcer is a testament to his talent. Gifted Goliath made his Boxer debut in Bournemouth earlier this year and was an instant hit with the fans. So there you go, another component to our world of boxing that we don't often talk about, unless we're talking about Yvette Raposo. But we're not. We're talking about boxer and their choice of ring announcer. So there you go. There's all the news fit to print today, courtesy of our friends across the pond at Boxing 247. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you later on at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for Knuckle Up featuring Cedric Ben and Mike Orr.